But tonight could be the final basketball game. I mean, obviously you got the World Cup, which is going to take place this summer, but the final domestic basketball game until next year's NBA season. And it would happen north of the border. The Raptors have a chance to close out the Golden State Warriors. And it would feel like an ending of the dynasty. It doesn't mean that it is. No one would force Kevin Durant to leave. No one would force them to allow Klay to. They can keep all of these guys. But it does feel like the potential changing of the guard or ending of an era if it were to happen tonight. With that in mind, I think this is fascinating theater, which is what the NBA has captured and other sports are trying to capture. Adrian Wojnarowski reported moments ago that Kevin Durant is going to play tonight. That's not really a surprise. Jay Williams was on Get Up, and he said he had dinner with KD last night and said that KD is going to play. So not a surprise. If he practiced, and as long as he didn't re-injure the thing, he's going to give it a go. No idea how good he's going to be, but I do think that in terms of drama, how did we get here? How did we get to this place? And I don't just mean the Durant injury or the Looney injury or LeBron leaving the East and headed to the West. That's part of it. How did we get here? We got here because the Golden State Warriors won 73 regular season games. And what's widely misreported, or we only kind of report half of the facts. We do this in news. We do it in sports. We're like, oh, the Cavs beat the best team ever. Like in the regular season record-wise, yes. But remember, that same Warriors team was down 3-1 to Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do you guys remember that? And then that same Warriors team led the Cavs 3-1 and ultimately succumbed to LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And because Harrison Barnes was open for a reason, right? He was the guy like, well, we got to leave somebody open. Let's leave Harrison Barnes open. And they had to make the decision, do we re-sign Harrison Barnes or do we go after a big fish? And there was no bigger fish than Kevin Durant. And Durant has been as good or better than advertised in the biggest moments, the 2 NBA finals that he's played in, and they've won 2 championships since he arrived. Never forget that a 3-1 lead and the exposure of their weakest link was the impetus behind the Warriors seeking out Kevin Durant, and a 3-1 lead and the inability for the Thunder to close out the Warriors was the impetus behind Kevin Durant seeking something better in terms of supporting cast. There's something about a 3-1 lead and the lack of finality to it. And then you factor in that Kevin Durant's reported wandering eye out of Oakland, soon to be San Francisco, has to do with the fact that he just wants to be respected as the best player ever. And because it's always been Steph Curry's team, because he won 2 MVPs, he never felt like he got the love that he deserved. Matter of fact, he was only getting the love that he thought he deserved before he got hurt. And then, of course, the Warriors end up running off 4 straight against Portland after closing out the Rockets, and people had the audacity to utter the sentence, they might be better without Kevin Durant. The guy who left because he didn't have a good enough supporting cast. The team that needed Kevin Durant to become one of the great teams of all time could potentially be disbanded because Durant didn't get the respect and adulation and love that he felt like he deserved, can ride in on the white freaking horse on the road in Toronto and save the day? Sign me up. Sign me up for the drama of the NBA. Sign me up. The Slim Reaper cometh, and hell comes with him. I have no idea how healthy he'll be. And though I would prefer 100% Kevin Durant, I will point out an 80% Kevin Durant makes a lot of people feel better about the Warriors' chances. But KD is going to play down that magic 3-1 on the road in a backs against the wall elimination end of season game. Dude, how many people were saying they're better without Kevin Durant? Cowherd said it. Clay Travis said it. I believe Nick Wright said it. And they always fell back on that. Well, they're 31-1 without that. Yeah, don't care. What is it? The only thing that matters is not regular season stats, but what you do against the best of the best. And granted, there's other factors. Clay hadn't been healthy, didn't play one of the games. Looney's not healthy, didn't play one of the games. Steph's had to carry this burden. Andre Iguodala's not healthy. I'm not disputing any of that. The guy, when healthy, when right, is the best all-around player in the sport. Going against the other best all-around player in the sport in Kawhi Leonard. And it's a 3-1 lead. Where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, it twice has involved the Warriors, and it's what led us to being here. Right? The NBA hasn't captured every market. There's plenty of people who still think everybody travels in the NBA and games are fixed in the NBA and and the lottery's fixed in the NBA. There's plenty of parts to but the NBA has cornered the market on drama. From regular to post to off season. There ain't nothing better than the drama of the NBA. And as much as you could say, well, I mean, who didn't see it coming? I didn't see Cleveland come back from 3-1 down. I didn't see Kawhi Leonard being traded to the Toronto Raptors. I frankly didn't see Kyrie Irving being traded to the Celtics, or that the Celtics would be worse this year because their chemistry was so dysfunctional. I didn't see these things. So I think this is going to be an amazing night, one way or the other. The potential end to this Warriors dynasty, or maybe not. The potential end of the 1-year run in Toronto for Kawhi Leonard, who seems to have no human feelings of any kind. I do believe there's a potential there that he's actually a robot. Potential. Like they asked him after Game 5, like, what would this, or Game 4, what would this mean for the people of Toronto? Like, I don't know. You have to ask the people in the streets. If he broke out the "I'm just here to play basketball," you'd go like, yeah, that's about right. He feels like a robot. I mean, you can leave the champion of the NBA, a country that adores you, for the Clippers? The third tenant in a building they don't own? Okay. Who's never gotten past the second round of the playoffs? Sure. But anything is possible because of the drama of the NBA. Not breaking news that Kevin Durant has chosen to arrive in the arena on an actual white horse. Maybe that's just me hoping. That's just me hoping.